Razor Sharp Studios, it's time for the Big Dog AC Show.
Okay, check 1, check 2, check. Where the fuck is Big Dog? See, usually he says that I'm late, but this time he's late. So anyways, okay, the Big Dog and AC Show. This is AC. Big Dog's not here yet. I'm starting the show without him. I'm getting to do the intro. He never lets me do the intro. So here we go. Here we are live. I keep saying live. No, we're not live. Well, we're here from the Razor Sharp Studios. Thank you.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
Look who's finally...
Sorry.
Look who's fucking showing up.
Let me put my headphones.
What the fuck, man?
Oh, shit. That's crazy.
Hey, I started without you this time.
That's okay. It's all right.
As long as we finish together, it's all right.
Yeah, we both finished at the same time. That's the whole deal. Big Dog AC Show. What the fuck is going on?
I already did the intro.
I know, but
This is a Big Dog and AC show.
I had to say what the fuck is going on
Oh, okay.
because there's a lot of shit going on.
Yeah?
Yep.
Well, for starters, we were going to do a show last weekend. We started it. There was glitches all over the fucking place.
We had some kind of issues with technical issues, so we just scrubbed that show, and now we're doing this one. So
You didn't miss much. Don't worry.
don't worry. It was a bunch of fumbling and bumbling and all that crazy shit.
Much like this one that's just already started that way.
Well, sorry, I was a little late.
Were you taking a poop?
No, I wasn't. I was in the studio, or not the studio. I was in the green room or whatever, and just kind of having a drink.
And you forgot what time it was?
I just kind of lost, sight of time. So I'm here.
All right. Yeah, all
I'm
right.
here. I'm happy to say that it's the it's 47 years ago, sometime this month, the first Kiss album came out, self-titled. I didn't really discover them until the first Alive record, Alive 1. That's when I kind of changed everything for me. I had already been listening to some Jimi Hendrix and stuff with my brother, or sneaking into his room and playing the records, and then him chasing me out of there,
Mm-hmm.
So Hendrix, Zeppelin and stuff. And then when that Kiss record hit, for me, it just was everything.
When was the Kiss Alive, the one you're talking about?
I think
what year was that?
75.
That's right. That's the year I was born.
Yep. I'm robbing the cradle. Exactly.
Yep.
So, yeah, I mean, 47 years ago.
Wow.
I remember me and my buddy, my best friend, dressing up like him, doing all like we were miming the shows, and it was a big thing to me, It was interesting to actually do that, put the makeup on, and I think I wasn't the only one. I mean, there was teenagers out there that dressed up like Kiss like all day.
I'm sure most of them at the time
Yes.
did that.
Yeah.
Like going to the concerts, even older people.
Well, they're doing
When they
it now.
went to
They're
the
doing it now more. I mean, the older people are Kiss Army, that's the whole thing.
Yeah. Older people.
Yeah.
They got their dentures and all that shit and the wigs and
I don't
shit.
know. I don't know if they got their dentures. Jeez.
Oh, okay. Kiss isn't that old.
No, they're not, and they're still playing. For a little while. Anyways, I heard Gene Simmons sold everything in California and moved to Washington State
Wow.
because of taxes. That's what I heard.
Shouldn't he be able to pay for his taxes?
He doesn't want to keep getting
Okay.
raped.
He doesn't want
he's
to
not
pay
gonna
for
do
his...
it. Yeah, he's getting blasted every month. If you're in California, you're getting hosed.
But we're not talking politics.
I'm not going to step off on that, but
No.
I'm just saying it's the highest tax state in the country.
There are quite a few people that are leaving California to go to other states.
Right.
I personally would like to meet Gene Simmons though, and just pick his brain on like being a business person.
Oh, you couldn't.
And how
he would just say stuff that would just make you go, what?
He'd probably charge me to ask him a question.
You get an invoice in the mail.
Yes.
About a month later.
But I feel like he would be able to tell you how to start a business, how to promote yourself. Obviously, they had Kiss toilet paper.
Everything. Everything.
They really are good at promotion and marketing.
Well, yeah, of course. And that's the whole thing with Kiss. A live band, awesome. I mean, they were the turning point of a lot of things back in the day. But to be able to market your name like they have,
Yep.
man, come on. I mean, how many bands have done that?
Yeah.
To that level.
Exactly.
How many bands?
And Family Jewels used to be on, I think, A&E. I don't think it's
yeah.
on anymore, but
No.
man, when they would show Gene's office,
Yeah.
plastered wall to wall with just Kiss random shit.
Oh yeah, it was
like marketed in Japan, just random bullshit that we wouldn't have here, but
But stuff that he has, promotional stuff he has there.
Yeah.
So, but the cool thing is, if you see like a John 5 thing or one of the other guitar players or something, they have their Kiss stuff. They've collected that. So, Kiss started a lot of stuff.
I think without Kiss, definitely Rob Zombie would not have his stage show like he does now. Or even Alice Cooper. Well, wasn't Alice Cooper...
The whole thing is you want to give them a good show.
Yeah, some entertainment.
Yeah, but there are some bands and singers that need a big show because they're not very good.
Yeah. Well, who are you trying to talk about?
I don't know. I'm not going to name any names.
Rob Zombie is not the best singer. I'll say I love Rob Zombie. I love his music. I love White Zombie. But... he is not the best singer. Yeah, he has awesome musicians, and his show is really cool.
Well, yeah, I mean, we talked about how many effects you can put on your voice a while back. Remember, we were talking about that, and yeah, I mean, some of these guys and gals put a lot on.
Yeah,
put a lot of effects on their voice. So
they do. So, but
I'd go see a Rob Zombie show tomorrow. Tomorrow,
I would.
We could.
I would fucking too.
I totally damn right. He is the man.
So, not to bash Kiss, and I don't want to say that, but do you think they had to put on the big, humongous show, fireworks and everything, because their music is not necessarily technically hard?
Yeah, to play it?
To play.
I mean, there's, you got to know how to play
well,
Kiss
if
music.
you know how to play, is it something that would be easy to come by?
But the best thing about the band is that show was who they were.
Yeah.
So you're going to get the music and all that.
Yeah.
But that show was like that's them. They came out of the gates like that.
It's the fireworks. It's the demons spitting out blood.
And I get all that, and recently all the fireworks. But if you had a chance to see Kiss in the early years, like Winterland in San Francisco, it wasn't really about the fireworks. It's about these 4 guys killing it on stage.
So how was it more raw then? Did they not have all the theatrics?
They had some stuff, but it was raw because technology wasn't like it is now.
Yeah.
So, back then it was Gene breathing fire, and it was, man, look out. It was raw. It was something that nobody had ever seen before.
So I know Alice Cooper's been around.
He does a whole different way. He's the original shock rock guy,
And he's very theatrical in his shows that we've seen on TV, because unfortunately we didn't get to go see him live because of the pandemic. But
we were going to go.
So was that around the same time, or was Alice Cooper before Kiss?
I think they were about the same time. Alice was out of Detroit. Kiss was out of New York. It all kind of rolled in a little bit. Kiss started getting that success, 75, 76. As soon as they released Alive 1, that was it. They put them on the map. They were the biggest band in the world 2 albums later. So, Alice Cooper, he had his songs, and he was getting it played on the radio. Mm-hmm. So, they were kind of right in that realm a little bit of what was going on.
But Alice, in the beginning, he wore the eyeliner, and he dressed, oh, you can't dress like that kind of thing.
Right.
But he didn't have the full-on stage show like he does now, because it's kind of more theatrical.
I think, back in the day, you don't have any money to pay for those big shows.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
When these bands are billionaires, Kiss, Van Halen at the time, these big acts, they can afford to put a stage show together. Mm-hmm. You ever been to a Pink Floyd show?
No, because I don't think I'm old.
No. Pink Floyd goes off to see, if you want to see a show. Every song is there, something moving.
Do you have to be high to appreciate that show?
I don't
Because a lot of their
so.
songs seem like they're kind of.
Well, they were probably written and recorded high.
Yeah.
Pink Floyd puts on an amazing, crazy show.
What would they do?
I mean, all kinds of shit. They had a pig flying across the stadium. It was just all kinds of things. The big lights and crazy. Big Dog AC Show. Thanks for listening. Razor Sharp Studios. I mean, what a great place to do a show.
It's so beautiful here.
It's nice.
It's beautiful.
It smells like home.
Yes, it smells like something.
It smells like home. Yep. Hey, you know what? Dio, great. I mean, come on.
I'm James Dio.
Oh my, come on. Vivian Campbell, Carmine Appice. I mean,
amazing band.
Great.
Amazing band.
All the
amazing
bands,
singer.
all amazing singer, number one, and then all the bands that he's had, just always putting good. Like Ozzy puts together good bands. You know. Dio has an autobiography coming out. Well, actually, it's out.
As of today.
Yeah, it's called Rainbow in the Dark. Man, I can't wait to check that out. Haven't had a chance to check it out yet.
I would totally read that because he seems like such an interesting person.
Yeah, had a chance to meet him once. He was really cool.
He seems like he would be really nice.
He's very nice and very short.
Yeah, shorter than me, right? Isn't he like 5?
Yeah,
he was 5'2" or 5 feet or something.
Just a cool dude. He's a cool guy, and it was awesome. You know, I got a call from his guitar player Tracy G at the time, because that guy was building guitars for Tracy G. Built me the Polka Dot V that Carl Sandoval built that for Randy Rhoads. Mm-hmm. Somehow I got a hold of Carl. I think I bought one of those guitars at like a Guitar Center, and then and had his card was in it. And I called him. He goes, "That's not even close to what I built. I will build you one." And he said, "This is the price. You got to find me a Dan Electro neck." I found that neck, the exact neck he wanted, had it shipped to me, and then took everything down to him. Me and my brother went down there and picked up that guitar. It was awesome.
Wow.
So anyways, Carl Sandoval, who actually at one point was building guitars for Tracy G. I don't know if he still is, but he said, "I'll hook you up. They're coming through town. If you want to go." I called him. Tracy G called me back, said, "Yeah, come on back." Just really cool. He was showing me his gear and showing me all the stuff. And then, "You want to meet Ronnie?" I said, "Sure." Mm-hmm. And I just walked in there. And
jeez, how'd you fall into that thing?
I just, you know, being in the business and doing stuff for the longest time, you just know people.
Yeah. Oh, wow. You know people.
You just know people. You just make a call and you're like, okay, cool. Okay. Yeah.
Can you make a call now?
And what do you want me to say?
I don't know who you're going to call.
What do you want? Okay.
I don't know. Somebody. Blink-182. Neon Trees. We were listening to them.
Neon
that's
Trees?
See, that's my good segue right there.
Yeah.
We were listening to them before the show. And there are 2 songs that I really enjoy. Animal and Everybody Talks.
Yep.
And those are really awesome. I don't know how broad of a genre people listen to, but I think that they're fun and their tunes are catchy, and I enjoy their music a lot.
The tunes are catchy.
Catchy. Write that down. That's a hashtag.
It is.
The tunes are catchy.
Yep. AC said the tunes are catchy. Wow.
I sounded older than I was there. You enjoy them too, right?
Yeah, they're great. They're a great band. I like, you know, when you listen to stuff, you kind of put it together. Better than Ezra with Good, you know, Typo Negative, the stuff they do. Mm-hmm. And just the way, you know, you listen to how their things are played, and, you know, the work they put in the studio. I don't think people listen to that. I think, oh, listen to music, you know. Even Iggy Azalea, we were listening to that earlier.
Yes, we were listening
with Charlie XCX. I mean, it's a different thing of music, but whoever's producing that, he knows what he's doing. And I mean, that's what I listen for.
And the video, because we see these and listen to them on YouTube, so we watch the videos too.
Right.
And the videos are a lot of fun to put, you know, most of them are. So Iggy Azalea, the fancy one that we were listening or watching and listening to, is basically like the movie Clueless. And you said you've never watched Clueless.
I've never seen Clueless.
That was in the 90s. That was around my time. So I have that VHS tape too. And I can't believe you haven't seen it.
Is that the one with the...
It's Alicia Silverstone and Paul Rudd. I think it's one of Paul Rudd's first movies.
Oh, okay. No, I've never seen it.
Wow. Okay. Well, that video is like exactly like it. The outfits are the same. Everything is the same.
So they're trying to get that.
They're copying the Clueless movie.
So we were
basically.
listening to that. I don't know what we're going to listen to when we're done with the show,
But we also started with Earth, Wind, and Fire September.
Oh shit!
And I really like that song.
Yep.
It's
Do
so
you
fun.
remember?
It's just a fun song. I mean, how can you not have a good time when you're listening to that song?
And the bass player's going nuts.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
How the fuck? I just don't get it. All these, like in the Rancid, all the punk bands too that we listen to.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you like sing and you're dancing around and you're fucking going all up and down on the bass? Like, how the fuck do you do that? That's amazing to me. And I think bass players never get enough credit, especially in punk bands. And is Earth, Wind, and Fire, what would they be?
They're
funk or R&B?
They're R&B, funk, music.
Well,
just music.
Those bass players don't get enough credit either, because without them,
there's the whole band.
That's the whole band. Yeah. That's the whole song.
Well, just like what's that one that does fall out with me again? That one. What was it? That one. What's that one? That
oh my god! Now I can't think of it.
With the French fries on the video.
Oh, Real Big Fish.
Yeah, okay, Real Big Fish.
So they're ska.
Yeah, that bass player. Without them,
fuck yeah.
Yeah, they're done.
So punk and ska. I'm sorry, the bass players carry the fucking bands, because that's amazing to me how they're just and they're doing it like effortlessly.
Nothing.
And I struggle just to play good. Fine, better than Ezra or typo negative. I mean, I struggle. Well, I don't practice.
In the beginning you did, but you play it good now.
Yeah, I play it pretty good now.
Yeah.
But still, I'm looking at my fingers. I'm not up there dancing around singing just like nothing. I mean, without these bass players, ska, punk, R&B,
everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember seeing Billy Sheehan when you played bass with David Lee Roth, Steve Vai, Billy Sheehan. Mm-hmm. I mean, come on. You got him. You got who else? I mean, they are the bottom line of that band.
Yes, we would listen to Sister Hazel.
Yes,
we only listen to one song, but you can tell when the bass comes in. I mean, and he is the song.
Yeah, he is.
And he's even singing.
Yep.
And then all this other fucking lead singer, he's singing and just pretending to play some acoustic guitar, which he's not even mic'd up. You don't even hear him. You don't even hear him. And then the lead singer, or not the lead singer, the lead guitar players, they always get all the credit.
Yeah.
All
bass
the credit.
Is shit.
They never even show a bass player in a video.
No.
I mean, barely. They flash at him, but then they'll show the lead guitarist. It's like, what the fuck? He's got a solo, but what about the guy or the person, not just a guy? Can be a woman, of course.
I've seen women bass players.
Yes, White Zombie. She's awesome.
Oh yeah, White Zombie. Heck yeah.
But they're carrying the whole fucking band. It's like, come on, give him some screen time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that
you're a guitar player, so you might disagree with me, but
no, I don't. I mean, I'm not only a guitar player, but I like to try other stuff like drums and bass and try to figure stuff out. But I've always I've been a tone guy. I just want to get a tone and my thing, So when I was in a band in the 90s, I already had that JCM 800 with a Charvel EMG 81 plugged into that thing. There was no effects. It was loud 10. When we played the Whiskey, we're standing there playing the Whiskey, and he said, you don't get a sound check. We're like, what?
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay, you get what you get then.
You don't get a sound check. Then we played the Roxy, and it was really cool because I was wireless, and I'd go out on the floor, and we'd all be doing a sound check, and I'm listening to my band, and I'm like, fuck, we sound pretty fucking good. Mm-hmm. It's pretty badass fun,
Mm-hmm. But you had an awesome bass player too.
We had the thing was I roadied for the bass player and the drummer for a while, and then when they broke up, I just told them, put your stuff in my shop, and then we wired a snake into the bedroom to record. And once I got them in there, and I already got myself to what I kind of wanted to play, it was great. Bass player and the drummer would arrange it. I would come up with these licks, Boom. That was it. It was really easy for me because I had those two guys.
Yeah. The rhythm section's the main part of the band.
Fuck yeah. I had the best rhythm section in that area. And everybody knew it. So when we played a gig, they were like, what the fuck are we going to do? The bands that would come up after us would ask us, what are we supposed to do now? I mean, what do we do?
Suffer.
My bass player always said, we made the bed, you lay in it. That was it.
Yep.
Because I didn't think that was, oh, this is just fun. Having fun. Bass player and drummer had already been there, kind of up there. So they just took me up there with them.
So they were serious about it.
Well, we were all. I was with, all my music and radio connections. I was trying to shop that demo around and see what would happen. Why not? You never know. You
never know. Look at like the podcast.
Yeah, look at this.
You never know.
We appreciate all our listeners, and we're on all the formats, all of them.
We are.
Yep.
Oh, okay. We're on Apple Podcasts. I didn't mean to cut you off and do a different segue, but Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, Amazon Music, Stitcher, iHeartRadio, I was going to say Pandora.
We'll play some Pantera.
I do like Pantera too.
Yep.
So all the biggies, like us on Facebook. We're on Instagram. Email us at bigdogacshow@gmail.com. We're on TikTok. We're on YouTube. We're all over the fucking place.
Just put some pictures of me up there.
I just did on our Facebook and Instagram. So if anybody wants to check it out, Big Dog's kissing his beer.
Yep. Got to do that.
Yes.
Before you do the show.
This isn't necessarily a new beer, though. We've had this beer before, but I don't know. These are just the beers that we wanted to drink.
We had the earlier ones that were.
We had Arrogant Bastard, which we've had before. I think we had it around Halloween.
Yeah, we had it. We had it again because that's all I could find.
Yeah, and so you got 2 bottles, and I was like, "What the fuck do you get 2 bottles for?" And then we drank them. So
7.5 alcohol.
It worked.
Yeah.
And then these 99s that we're drinking are
99s are sweet.
They're really good. I was gonna look at the alcohol on this too, and I can't see it.
You should open it and pour it in your glass.
Well, I still have some in my glass.
You got a sip, you do.
I got some still. So the 99s are good too.
Yep.
Tioga Sequoia Brewing Company. Yep. Those are good on the alcohol content. So I'm feeling pretty good right now.
Yeah, everybody's we're buzzing along.
Yes, not only buzzing along for sure.
Not only does she have 1 review, not only does she have 2 reviews, she's got 3. And they're all the same fucking movie.
They're not the same fucking movie.
Oh.
But it is the Hell House Trilogy. Which I had no idea there was a trilogy because I saw. So last week, like I say, we were going to do a show. We had technical difficulties, right?
Yeah, we did.
So I watched Hell House LLC, which is the first one, from 2015. And I watched the second one, Hell House, the Abaddon Hotel, from 2018.
Okay.
And when I looked them up to talk about them, I saw there was a third one, Hell House 3, Lake of Fire, 2019. So I ended up watching the third one today.
So we're going to, after a piss break, we're going to come back.
You got to go pee-pee?
I do. And we're going to get into these movie reviews.
All right.
Big Dog AC Show, Razor Sharp Studios.
First of all, how was your piss break?
It was good. I had to go.
Everything flowing appropriately?
It's flowing appropriately. Everything's good. I don't have one of those crooked things like you see on TV. They talk about the crooked stuff.
They talk about the crooked penis?
When they talk about the crooked penis, they want you to go to a doctor and get your penis looked at. I'm good. I think I'm cool. Yeah, we're good.
Oh my God, I can just picture you trying to pee and then it going off to the side because you're crooked.
Imagine having a bent dick. What the hell would you do, man?
I can't imagine that at all.
Hell no.
That must feel pretty funky.
Yeah, you're just looking at it like, what the fuck? Oh my God.
Oh shit, that's fucking funny.
Let's get
funny.
Let's get to the movie review. It's really cool. AC's got a really cool movie review.
Oh yeah, it's really cool. So I do have a trilogy. I have the Hell House LLC Trilogy. Thank you very much. Hell House, the original one, 2015. Hell House, the Abaddon Hotel, 2018. And Hell House 3, Lake of Fire,
so you have
2019.
You have 3 altogether.
Well, it's 3 altogether. It's the same Hell House.
I know. I I walked through the theater earlier.
Yes, you saw
and
the
I
third
looked
one.
over and I'm like, I don't know.
Some of it's creepy though. I mean, honestly, I have to admit, you're thinking that this is going to be cheeseball, and all of them are basically like found footage or like in a documentary style. So you think it's going to be cheesy. The first one I actually enjoyed a lot. It's from, like I say, 2015. It's a group of 5 people. Alex is the leader, and the Hell House is their haunted house that they decide to put on in Abaddon, New York. So I guess they were doing these Hell House haunted houses in the city, in New York City, and then something brings them to this upstate New York, out of the way in Abaddon, and it's the Hotel Abaddon or Abaddon Hotel, whatever. So he decides to do his haunted house there. So there's the 5 people. It's Alex, he's the main guy. Then he's got his girlfriend. He's got his friend from childhood. And then he's got 2 other guys that he's worked with for a couple years. So they go in there and they're setting up the whole situation. You know, it's the kind that you got to walk through. There's different levels. There's a kitchen, because it was originally a hotel.
Is this the like the first movie?
This is the first one.
All right.
So this is the origin. This is the
I didn't
original
have
one.
my button pushed over here.
Doesn't work unless you push your
You gotta
button.
push
So
that
the
button.
mic doesn't work. So.
No.
But okay, yes, this is the first one, and this is like the beginning of the series. Okay, the trilogy. So then they go to set this up. So they have to like redo the electricity and basically get the hotel ready with the cameras and, you know, get it up to date.
Right.
So then eventually they start staying at the hotel while they're setting it up, because they go like a month before. It's going to open on October 1st, I think it is. So they start staying in the hotel, and of course, immediately, as soon as they get in the hotel, there's shit happening.
Yeah. I mean,
Because-
why? I don't even know why half of them go into these houses and hotels.
I don't know, because they think it's not real. And
Please.
I'm sorry, there has got to be some sort of spiritual plane. I just believe that, because shit happens that can't be explained, and that's just what I feel. I'm sorry.
Right.
I'm sorry, people, but
I've
So-
seen it before.
yes,
I've seen shit.
you
Yeah.
have seen firsthand shit.
It's. I'm laying in bed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure I'm cupping my carrot somewhere in that whole time that I'm
I'm
laying
sure
there.
you're doing that the whole entire time.
Yeah. I'm laying in bed. Now I have a beautiful Rottweiler trained police dog laying next to me.
This
Sleeping
was-
on the bed.
Yeah, this was a while. This is
This is
a while ago.
long before I met you.
Yeah.
But I was in radio back in that day. But anyways, I'm laying in bed. He's laying
Right next.
right next to me, facing me. Mm-hmm. He's laying there. Mm-hmm. So we're sleeping. I open my eyes, and there's a figure of like the Grim Reaper, all black, standing by the bed. Mm-hmm. And I went, what? And then I realized, I'm dreaming. But what made me think that thing was standing there was my Rottweiler leaped out of bed and went after it. Mm-hmm. And at first I didn't think anything of it. And then after it was over, I was like, if I saw it and he saw it,
Yep.
it was there.
I'd be in the car.
That was,
See you later.
he went after it. And
Yeah.
it went away.
Yes.
Yeah. And needless to say, it's never bothered me ever again.
Okay, so you saw something that one
probably,
time-
that ghost was probably like, what the fuck? There's a dog.
Yeah. Like I saw this meme. It's fucking hilarious. A little cartoon where it's a guy sitting in just like a recliner chair, and he's got a cat on his lap, and the cat's looking behind him.
Yeah.
And there's like the girl from The Ring with the
Right,
long hair,
right.
and like a zombie or something. And one of the creatures says, "Man, that freaks me out when that cat stares at me."
Yeah.
Because
they know. They see it.
Yes.
They hear it.
And this cat here, she's laying on my lap right now, but like last week or so, we're sleeping. I swear, she always looks down the hallway when we're sleeping.
Right.
But this one night, she looks up, she growls, which she never I've maybe heard her growl like 3 times
I don't
ever.
know.
She growled and took off running down the hallway.
Well, we got my dad's ashes. They're here in the
I
studio.
know, you got to tell your dad to quit bugging the cat.
They're here. He's going to be with me till the end of time. So,
But, cats always, all the cats I've ever had, they're always looking above my head. They're looking past my shoulder. They're always looking at something. But this one, she growled. And
so you think there was something? Something was in the hallway.
I think so.
So
this was after Hell House, so
get back
maybe
to
something. Maybe something was
get
there.
back to the movie.
Okay, so Hell House.
I don't even know where you left off.
Okay, Alex. These 5 people. So they're setting up all the cameras, and like I say, it's like found footage. So it's like the documentary of the found footage, because there's a tragedy that happens on opening night at Hell House. And it's when people go in the basement. There's already a pentagram when they first get there, and upside down crosses and all this kind of shit. And they're like, "Oh, that's great. Did you put that there?" Like, "No, it was already here." It's like, "Oh shit. Well, okay, no problem." So people, as the team is staying there, as they're setting stuff up.
This is 2, right?
No, this is still the first one.
Jeez.
This is basically, I'm setting up the backstory. This is the first one, and then the second one builds on that, and the third one. Okay, really quick then. As the team is staying there, setting up the house for the Hell House experience, shit starts happening. They're videotaping everything for posterity or whatever bullshit. This one guy's talking in the camera, and he shows the back. It shows behind him and stuff, and there's a fucking figure there, and he's just, "Oh yeah, okay, I heard a noise, whatever," and then there's a fucking guy, there's a fucking crazy shit behind him. Sometimes they turn off the camera, or a lot of times they look, "Oh, what the fuck was that? Oh my gosh, and then they start to see shit, but they still go through with it because Alex wants them to do it, and I guess he's losing this money. He needs to do this. Needs to be successful. Okay. So they push through all that bullshit, scary shit, haunted house bullshit, because the Abaddon Hotel.
Well, AC, how would you handle if you moved into a house and was haunted? How would you handle
I'd
that?
leave.
Just go.
I would fucking leave. I don't care. I'll stay in my car.
Away from the river.
I'm sorry. No. I don't think so.
I just don't think, I don't know, man. If I knew it was haunted and I rolled into that place, I'd be like, fucking see ya.
Okay, I think it would depend on how the spirit was. Because if it was like Hell House, where it's this creature, like the main one that was really getting people was like this girl in some nightgown, and she had the really demon face. And this one really creepy part was this guy, he's sleeping, and then he wakes up, he hears the sound. So then he's talking in the camera, and in the background you can see this person, the one I'm speaking of, leaning against the wall. And it's like, oh shit, well, he doesn't see her. Fuck, kind of thing.
Is it the second one or the first one?
This is still the first one. I'll get through. Don't worry. I'll get through it. But so then so as he kind of turns around, then he sees her, and he's like, oh shit. So he covers himself with the blankets, right? But still has the camera underneath the blankets with him. And he's like, oh my God. So he lifts the blankets up. She's getting closer. And then the last scene is he lifts the blanket up, and she's right there basically on the bed with him. And she's all, ah! And then the camera goes, what? So that's some scary shit. Okay, like I say, I thought this was going to be really cheeseball, and it wasn't. It's like really creepy. Certain things are like, holy shit.
But how can Hollywood scare you? I mean, you've seen pretty much all the stuff they do.
Well, but this is creepy. I mean, I don't know.
To come up with something else that's going to scare the fuck out of you. How do they do that?
I think they just have to make it more realistic.
Let's go find the most deranged person in LA and have him write a script, and that's it.
Well, because if it's really like over the top, like Freddy Krueger shit, it's like, okay, whatever. But some of this stuff, it's like it's from your nightmares almost. Like you peek under, from under the covers,
right.
And then there's the fucking face right in your face. It's like, holy shit.
I've had dreams where I've like woke myself up like, oh shit, because some of that stuff is deep, man, dark.
Yeah, so
crazy.
This is more like Like this would be something that would scare you, like from your, I don't know, to me, like your nightmares. So this was more creepy than I thought it was going to be. So, so that was Hell House 2000. Okay, so when they opening night, people are going through. They're all excited.
3. Here comes 3.
No, this is still the first one. So I'm telling you, no, this is the first one. So they're going into the basement.
Sneezing, it just lasts.
They're going into the basement. This is still all found footage. These are people's cell phone video and all the shit. That's when something busts open, and this part was kind of cheesy. It's like the wall busts open or something from the ground busts open, and then it's like light and fire and blah, blah, blah. And these hooded figures, okay, yeah, he wants to cheers me. Okay, I'm talking. And these hooded figures come out and then basically start just attacking everybody. So they're basically coming from hell. Okay, that's the point, right?
Right.
So Alex, all of them, they open this gateway to hell. So that's that. Okay, so then that's the whole dramatic thing. That's the big, the big story from Hell House, and that's what starts this whole found footage and documentary bullshit. So then in the second one, the Abaddon Hotel, that's when they kind of go further into the guy that ran the Abaddon Hotel in the 80s, and they say he was part of a satanic cult. So they're saying that he is kind of the one that opens a gateway, or, you know, makes the Abaddon Hotel kind of cursed kind of situation. So then there's a team that sees one of the guys that was from a documentary, that did the documentary on the found footage. So they want him to go with them because he knows all the layout and all the shit. And some other like cheeseball psychic, he's all, oh, I'm going to do it too. He's on like one of these TV psychics, and he's cheesy. So then he ends up dying, him and his cameraman, because that same creature that's in the nightgown touches them or gets in front of them, and then they end up hanging themselves. So this other documentary crew is there, and so they see it, and then they really kind of show them going in through the portal without them knowing it.
I remember walking by the theater when you were watching that, and I saw like they were in a restaurant or a bar or something like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and there's the 2 guys that are dead from the first movie in the second movie sitting at a table in the dining room. And the owner is basically, he was in the cult, so he killed himself. He's devil worshiper, he's part of hell. So that's what this whole hotel is they're trying to open the gateway completely so that all the demons and everybody can come through. So that's the second one. I kind of like that one. It was really cheesy though with the acting. The acting was very poor, and I was like, oh my gosh,
it's tough to find good acting. I mean, I look back at some of these movies in the day that were big deals, and there's some of them knuckleheads can't act their way out of a paper sack.
Well, no.
I'm not going to mention any names.
There's a lot.
But there's a lot that were terrible.
Yes. Terrible. And this one had really cheesy acting, but I like the story because they went to... They showed more of that original owner, the cult, and him basically saying that, yes, the beast is going to get fed and we're with the snake and, you know, Lake of Fire kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
So then the third one is called Lake of Fire. So these people have not learned their lesson, okay?
So they're coming back for number 3.
So the third one, they have not learned their lesson. This is a some billionaire, because supposedly they were going to close down or demolish this hotel. The city of Abaddon was going to knock down the hotel. Right. So this billionaire buys it, and he has a theater company kind of thing where it's interactive theater. So like he set up, they were going to do the play of Faust, and then the audience kind of just walks through the house and walks around the players and, you know, all that kind of stuff. It's interactive, so they see it.
Right.
So he buys this before they demolish it, and he sets up all his people, but he tells them not to stay there after dark, basically, or don't be around by yourself, you know. And of course, people always do it. But almost immediately once they're in there, all these actors who are taking pictures, they're doing selfies, they're doing Instagram, Facebook, all this shit, they show their Instagram posts, and you can start to see creatures in the back or the faces of the people who have already died. So like the people from the first one and the people from the second one, you see them in the pictures of the,
Do you think
the
there's
third
going to
one.
be a fourth?
No.
No, you don't.
I do
think
not,
so?
because the third one basically
Did they kill off the big actors?
no. Well, they already killed people in the first one and the second one. All these people got killed because part of the mystery about this hotel is that with the found footage, people had Facebook Live and they're like, okay, I'm going to do a dare. I'm going to go in here and then, you know, I'll show you guys I'm not a chicken, or, oh, this is my dare.
Well,
and
that's what when we were young, that's what we did.
Yeah, but the people who went in never came back out. And all they saw was the found footage, you know, or the Facebook Live post, but never found the person anymore. So they were gone.
So they went in. You see them on video going in.
Yes.
They don't come out.
And they don't come out.
Damn.
So then you see something like in one of these, in the second one, they show the guy. He walks in like even the side door, and you see there's stairs that go to like where the rooms are, and all you see is the bottom half of a person. So you just see their legs there, and the guy that's holding his phone says, "Okay, I'm sorry." And then that's it. And then they just stay on the guy's legs on the stairs. And they said in the, you know, the documentary thing, that that's all it showed until the guy's phone died. So it was live, just
Crazy.
still like that until his phone died.
So 1 out of 5 beers. Are we there yet?
Almost.
Okay.
We're almost there.
All right.
So Lake of Fire is the last one. And like I say, this billionaire bought it. So he was doing that play. So immediately these people see shit. So then he's still like, no, I'm not going to stop. We're still going to go.
They see shit.
They do.
Shit. Okay.
They do see shit.
Right.
And they're trying to cover it up. And even, you know, the billionaire, he's like, okay, yeah, what'd you see? Oh, okay, yeah. It's like he's not worried about it. He knows, it's like he knows what's going on.
Right.
So they're getting ready to open October 1st again. And so that night, of course, the same thing happens in the basement. The Lake of Fire, whatever the circle, all these hooded figures start coming out. These demons, they start killing everybody. And then that billionaire, though, they show him walking down there. And so then he goes to fight the guy that's basically was the original owner, the cult guy, and to shut the gate. To close the gate so that hell won't come through. And originally in the beginning of the third movie, they said, because they talked to a priest, they said no human can close that gate, the hell gate, whatever. Only an angel from God can do it. So this billionaire had been in an accident before, and he was legally dead for a couple minutes. So people are saying, you know, from this movie, people are saying that when he died, he must have gone to heaven, came back, and so he purposely set this Lake of Fire Hell House 3.
Right.
Insomnia was the name of the play. He set this up so that he could close the gate. So that's basically what happens. So that's why there should not be any more, because he basically closed the gate.
The gate's closed.
The gate's closed.
Yeah.
All the people that supposedly died when all the demons came through, miraculously were found in the field next to the hotel alive, even though the found footage shows them all dying. They were all resurrected, found.
0 to 5. 0 to 5 beers. Easy.
Okay. 0 to 5?
0 to 5. On
For each one, or all of them together?
All of
the whole
them together.
trilogy?
Yep, all of them.
The trilogy, I'm still going to say it's a 4 because...
Man, you're tough.
I am tough. Well, it's not a 5. I still think Autopsy of Jane Doe was a really awesome story. And I still think that's the best one
Was
so
it
far.
awesome because it shocked you, or awesome because it was sick?
And maybe all of it. It was a really good story. But these 3 together, I enjoyed the story. There were a lot of jump scares, and it was creepy. And I don't know. I did enjoy it. I enjoyed it more than I thought I did.
4 beers.
So 4 out of 5 for the trilogy.
Awesome. Big Dog AC Show, Razor Sharp Studios. We're here. I was digging through some boxes the other day, ran across an old cassette that when I was working at a country radio station, it was Father's Day. and they let me bring my dad in there and put him on the radio with me. And I remember that day because I had to tell him, you can't fucking cuss, Dad.
It's not a fucking podcast. You can't fucking cuss.
I said, you can't cuss, please. And so the whole thing was great. We were live back then because when I was live on the air, had my dad in there. So it was, there was some, even the guy that was coming in after us said he almost wrecked his car because my dad was cracking jokes.
Your dad was funny.
He was great, you know, but I had to make sure he didn't say anything bad, offending or anything. But
man, I've never been on fucking live radio. Well, no, I haven't been on live.
I'll tell you what.
Thank God.
When I was standing at a bar one time having a beer, working at some stations, and one of the girls came up to me that worked there and said, I'm a DJ. And it was all voice tracking. There was nobody live. I'm a DJ. And I said, you ain't a DJ until like 6 months of overnights and try to survive and make a living doing what you love to do.
Yeah.
I learned the hard way. I came up in a great time to come up and made the best out of it. And it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have met you. So
of course, how beautiful.
Yeah.
And for those that don't know, voice tracking is basically just pre-recording your little segments. Like you'll see the music that's going to be coming up next. So they
have a computer now that's called automation, and they've had it for a while, but that's how they do it.
So you just pre-record your little segment, and then you even know what song's coming up, so you can say, here is coming up, whatever. I
was there back in the day when everything was live, and they told us we had to get a automation system up and running, and I was in charge of running the whole thing, and I was like, really? This is where it's, because I mean, I came up in killer rock radio places.
And you had to pull the music, right?
Yeah. Well,
it wasn't even on the computer.
Well, back in the day, it was, they give you a music log and you pull your music. You're playing. When I started, I was playing it on a record player.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, and then they got the Dannon CD players, and then we were doing that. So you pull your music and play, and then you had your little cart machines that were running your commercials. You were engineering a show.
You were busy the whole entire time. You were doing stuff.
Not only that, you're answering the phone, all the hot chicks calling you. You wanted to hook up with a DJ,
and good luck trying to get through a radio station now, unless they have a promotion that they want you to call in.
There's nobody there. But back then, the guy that was coming in after you, or gal, you pulled an hour's worth of their music and had it sitting there on ready to play.
See, that's way before. So what decade do you think that would have been? 80s?
I think that I did that up from 86 to about 91, and then came back in 94, and then 98. It's just,
jeez. Well, because in the 2000s when I got into it, it was all computerized.
Yeah.
Already.
It wasn't. It wasn't when I first got in. I started working for an AM station, and they had that, and then they eventually moved the AM station in with the FM station, was a rock station. That's where I wanted to go, and that's where I was trying to get. And I remember sitting there one night. All I did was record like Sally Jesse Raphael, Dr. Dina Dale, or whatever the hell. And then the rock guy, the program director, came in there and he said, "Hey, I need you on the radio station." I go, "What about this?" He goes, "Don't worry about this." So I went.
That was it.
That was the first one I did. I went home and thought, "That's fucking awesome. That's awesome. I'm on the air." And then I made a career out of it. It was very cool.
And now you're on a podcast.
I think it's better that way. I mean, just like I listen to XM, I don't listen to terrestrial radio anymore because there's no good rock stations. There's no support for rock music anymore. So you're going to get what you get if you want to listen to terrestrial radio. Listen to the podcast. If I could play music, I would play it.
Yeah.
Oh, I would. I'd play some Crew. I'd play.
Oh, we'd play all kinds of stuff.
I'd play some Slipknot and some Rob Zombie. I'd just go off. But we can't.
So unfortunately, you just have to deal with our voices.
That's right. Suck it up, bitches.
Listen to us talking. But we do appreciate you listening to us. Those that are.
We're on all the formats.
We're on all the formats.
All of them.
Everything. Wherever you get your podcast, that's where we are.
Yep.
So share us with your friends and family. Like us on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. We're all over the place.
Yep.
So we do appreciate everyone for listening.
Yep.
I hope you continue.
I think you will. I think there's going to be a little bit of a bump in the road here in the next few days. Maybe a show after that, but because
we do our best.
We do our best. So thank you for listening. Big Dog AC Show, Razor Sharp Studios. Appreciate that as well. And we'll see you probably in a week or two.
Yep.
Yep.